Hey, I'm Mike Heck, here at Precision Fly Fishing tonight, one of the best fly shops definitely in the area and probably the state. I'm here tonight to tie my Mike Heck Snowshoe Emerger. It's a sulphur version of it. It's the perfect time for this time of year because the sulphurs have just started hatching on yellow breeches, fallen springs, the Conning jig. This is one of my most popular dry flies I have designed, and I have the pleasure of sharing it to you tonight. Okay, I already got my vise set up. We are going to tie on a 16 curved shrimp caddis hook. I use heavy wire because I do want this fly to set in water a little bit. I'm going to start off with some 8/0 yellow thread. Get it started, wrap it down in the bend of the hook. Now, since it's a merger type pattern, I want some type of shuck behind it. I like using cream antron to imitate the shuck, because the shuck of the sulphur itself is kind of very pale in color, so I like using the cream colored shuck. I tend to keep the shuck itself about the quarter of the hook, and through the thousands of patterns I tie, I still to this day will measure. So I'll tie that in, I'll bring it down to the bend itself, bring thread back up, tie one wrap behind to secure it, cut the material off. Second step is putting in the snowshoe emerger. I fluff it up. This is snowshoe rabbits. This is a dark dyed snowshoe. If you had not used snowshoe before, you're looking for the fluffiness. Once you get up to the top part itself, where it's really stiff, it's really no good anymore. So you're looking for the fluffiness from here down. Lower you start, you can get in your 20s, your 18s. The higher up, you can get into your bigger hooks themselves. So I'll grab a little bit of this off, fluff what I don't need out of the way, cut it. Now, what I do, it's kind of like doing comparadons. I got to pinch and pinch the other way. And what I want to do is try to get rid of some of the bigger fur out of there. I kind of want to make the wing as straight as I can. It won't be perfectly straight like if you're doing deer hair, but you want a lot of the bigger coarse hairs out of the way. Once you get it right, the wing itself is about half the length of the hook. I'll tie in. Leave about 1/8 of the hook for later in the fly. Cut the material off and wrap back down. Next is the abdomen. The abdomen, I use a brown to imitate what would be part of the nymph. This is brown spectre blend and a little bit of mink mixed. It's about a 60 brown spectre blend to about 40 brown mink. Sometimes you get a little bit of the guard hairs out of the mink. If that happens, I just nip them off after I wind up the abdomen. So I'm going to wrap that all the way up to the wing itself. Now, the wing's laying forward. We want this wing to lay back. Sulphur itself, first thing to come out of the body is that Eastern Sulphur Yellow. I use the Eastern Sulphur Yellow fine and dry. I'll put a little bit of that dubbing on. I'll pull the wing up and then tie in front. And what I'll do at the very end is make about 2 or 3 wraps tight against that wing and it'll hold it upright. So it stays at this angle. Quick little whip finish. The fly is done. What will happen is, in the water, the majority of this part is going to lay underneath. What's going to happen is, the wing is what you're going to see as your indicator, and the Eastern Sulphur Yellow above as the Mike Hex Snowshoe Emerger. You can tie these for blooming olives, which just passed. You can also tie these for Hendricksons, and you can also tie them for the upcoming whiteflies. Just change your abdomen and thorax colors.